just for you guys. So when it... Oh, nervous when you all go quiet. So when it came to us talking about writing a 5-year speech, we went through a list of all the people we want to thank, and we wanted to do it slightly differently. We could have sat here and thanked all of our co's and campers and the great experiences we've had over 5 years. So instead we thought we'd sum that up into the 5 years we've been here, represented by the 5 staff shirts, as we are wearing right here. Starting with 2013.
2013 was an incredible year for me. I found camp quite daunting at first. I come with Jaymez, but we knew we had to go about making our own friends to really have a great personal experience. Things to me didn't really click until the staff camp out, which you will all learn about if you stick around, which I definitely hope most of you do. I'm joking at all of you. It was only a few days in, but it seemed to me like everyone was getting on just grand and I kept myself to myself. That was the moment that I really truly felt like I got to know everyone, I could truly be myself. And of the past 5 summers, that is one of my highlights. And ever since I've become the music director, every time I go there I try my hardest to recreate that environment I felt on that night I was, when we were at McGonagall State Park I believe, of comfortness and openness with new staff who were just coming to this new international, coming across from all around the world and kind of freaking out a bit. But other memories I have created during 2013, I was lucky enough to meet some incredible people and now live with one of them in Canada. I've also had the pleasure of having K1 and K2 boys who I've gotten to see grow up through camp and become great friends of mine. I'll never forget my short time as the Boom Slayer, the gentleman on vacation, taking recording studio out for dance parties around camp. Was it learning how often people could embrace the Harlem Shake? Rock band in the field house, discovering Walmart and Elegant Farmer, finding out that I've been pronouncing McGonagall wrong to my family and friends for 6 months, and of course learning that Mazleg is Hebrew for fork. These last 5 years really have changed me and allowed me to challenge myself with awesome support from Papa Wax, the AD team, particularly Russell, the admin team, and my old divisional leader, Haley Santhal. I've just covered year 1, so Jaymez, take it away with year 2.
So, when you're in your second year at camp, camp really is yours for the taking. That moment when you step off the bus and see friends you haven't seen in like a whole year, that's the moment where you realise that even though you've been hanging out with people for literally like a couple weeks, a couple months, those people aren't just friends, you feel like you've known them like your whole life. My mum once said to me that when I came back from camp in my first year, she said, I have a feeling that when you're old and when you like have milestones in your life, like birthdays or you get married, she said your camp friends are going to be the people that are going to be there, and she's 100% true because I've loved these guys, they're amazing. In our second year at camp, and that's when we kicked it up again, we were the Spice Girls in the talent show. We cross-dressed and gave the Spice Girls their final performance. Ginger, Sporty, Baby, Scary and Posh rocked this stage right here. Anyone remember that? Hands up if anyone remembers that. Thanks. So second year, so we had Sam Phelps at the pool teaching swimming. Lizzie Spiegel was directing such hits as Jaws in Lake Beulah. Will Squat Pump was rocking Crown Hall once again. Johnny Federer was hitting balls around the tennis courts, and I decided it was time to make a change from outdoor cooking and hit the waterfront up. And by the way, thanks to everyone in this room who did paddleboarding with me, because I loved it so much. And bigger shout out to anyone who remembers the game Jagger, where we just did a bunch of just crazy stuff for weeks on end and shouted at people on the lake. And I truly had the time of my life, and I've never felt this way before. In that second year, we gained some extra friends in the form of all of our friends who are now here on their 4th year. Matt Smith, Cal McQuillan, Ollie Finding, who's not here, Karen Hackett, Sarah McConnon, Abdiel. We all love them so much. And if I missed anyone, I'm really sorry. And then at the end of that summer, there was 10 of us. We hit the road in a van up the West Coast, which I can't really talk about much of that trip. But shout out to the Schreibers in particular for putting us up in Colorado. It was like one of the best things ever was going cliff diving with your dad. It was the best. And then also a big shout out to all the sneak outs that we've all ever been on. Pants off, dance offs. And here's a list of roles I've played just from sneak outs. Dale Earnhardt Jr., I've been a hobbit, I've been a rock star, I've been a coin flipper, I've been a spa manager, I've been a bouncer, I've been Master Splinter, and you get it, the list goes on. Beaver Camp is somewhere where you can really be truly anyone at any time, any place. Which brings us on to year 3.
Hi. So mine's a little different to Jaymez and Will. 2015, this summer I finally realised what I wanted from my life. The best feeling in the world is finally knowing that you took a step in the right direction. For me, that direction was becoming a one-on-one. So this is like a little thank you. Thank you for teaching me how to be patient. Thank you for teaching me how it feels to be accepted. Thank you for being my sidekick. Thank you for laughing with me. Thank you for the unforgettable memories we have shared. Thank you for opening my eyes. Thank you for shaping my career path and making me into the person I am today. But most of all, thank you for always being my inspiration, Jessica Cotler. I owe you a world of gratitude and a lifetime of thank yous. It's really hard to put into words how grateful I am for the amazing opportunities that this place has given me and the everlasting friendships I've made. Special shout out to my best friend in the whole entire world, Iris Crabwell, who's sat over there. Thank you, Debbie Morris, for being my life coach. And thank you, Beaver Camp, for an amazing 5 years.
So now we're at summer 2016, and for me this was the summer where everything clicked. This place has moulded me into the person I am within the first few days I was here. Being able to grow and achieve in so many different ways, it's such an amazing feeling. Not only that summer was when I became part of the leadership team, but this is the summer that I felt really truly happy. I've never really had a job, but I've been truly content with. But that summer I had one that challenged me on a daily basis, and it honestly made me realise that I'm actually quite good at something. The best feeling in the whole world is watching things finally fall into place. It's the feeling of knowing that you're making a huge positive impact that really made me leave camp the happiest I've ever been. And I cannot thank the people involved with me that summer. You've really helped me out a lot. I would also like to take a quick second to thank any of my campers that are currently sat in this room and the ones that aren't. My co's from all my years in bunk, my aquatic staff from the past 2 summers, all the friends I've made here from around the world, the amazing full-time team here for showing me that I can, what I can truly do, and everyone finally in this room. You have no idea the impact you have made on my life, and I cannot thank you enough. Beaver Camp really did change everything for me, so thank you.
Alright, here we go. Summer number 5, 2017. So from 2 years as the tennis coach to 2 years as the athletics director, I found myself as the outdoor adventure director with a couple of goats, pigs, a handful of ducks and chickens. Seems only the natural path for any athletics director or tennis coach. It's a strange one. So only in outdoor adventure can you really persuade Wax to invest in piglets and ducklings. So hold tight for the Beaver Zoo, which will be coming soon, I'm assuming. Yes! Yeah. Alright, my time at camp has really changed my life. It's given me the opportunity and confidence to travel, to realise my career and understand what I'd like to do with my life. A job and lifestyle that allows you to influence kids' lives and be a positive role model is so special and something I would cherish and take with me forever. Coming to camp is truly the best decision I've ever made, and I don't know where I'd be without it. I'd like to thank my inspiration, best boss, American Dad, Mr. Michael Wax, and the rest of the full-time staff, my teams over the last 3 years, my previous co's and campers. You're all incredible and rock this world. Cheers, Beaver Camp.
Ginsburg. I want to thank you all for sharing the best secret in the world with me. Camp is a place like no other, as I'm sure all of you can agree with. It's a big secret that can't be understood by anybody outside of this magical bubble, unless you've lived inside of it. Living inside the Beaver bubble for 10 years has given me memories, friendships, and experiences that can never be topped. Every summer it gets better and better, and I owe it all to everybody in this room. From 01 to staff, I've made it full circle and would do it all over again in a heartbeat. Thank you, Beaver Camp.
Hi, my name is Spevak, and in my 10 years of camp, I've learned a lot of things. Here are my top 10 for you. Number 1, if everyone in your cabin has lice, no one has lice. And if you get treated over intercession, you'll find out no one ever had lice in the first place. Number 2, use the bathrooms on 3-day trips. 2 minutes in a gross bathroom is better than peeing yourself and forgetting to pack extra underwear. Number 3, don't write a song about an older camper, say like Danny Farber, because it will follow you forever. Number 4, get to know kids from all divisions. They have so much to offer you and they can become your best friends. Number 5, appreciate the musicals, because when I was King Triton in Little Mermaid, my beard was made out of cotton balls and fell apart on stage. Number 6, time moves differently at camp. Days go by slow, but weeks go by so fast. Take advantage of every moment. Never wish to be somewhere you're not, because 4 weeks is too short. Number 7, if the last item on your bucket list is to pee in the tunnel, do not do it during dinner, because you will get caught and will have a very awkward conversation with Becky. Number 8, your influence, like your shadow, extends to places you may never be. In such a small community, you are always someone's role model. Be conscious of the way you present yourself at camp, because you never know how it will affect others. Number 9, stage 5ing is real and it's okay. It's only a testament to the bonds made here and your unwillingness to leave them. Number 10, Beaver Camp is like a speedboat. The ride is fun, but the true power is demonstrated in the wake. The wake is the skills learned here: communication, leadership, courage, gratitude, etc. These skills make waves in the water long after the boat has passed. The values I've learned here will stay with me forever, and for that I say thank you for an incredible 10 years Beaver at camp, and here's to 10 more.
I just want to start this off by thanking any staff member who voted for me for the Jane Beaver Abramson Award. It means more than the world. And this next part is a little song that I wrote to the tune of 500 Miles. Well, I woke up on the first day of camp. I can't believe that was 10 years ago. Then I came here and had the time of my life in McCord, Kesher, and Remote. Then came TLP, and it's been so fantastic. PIO year was one for the books. Now I'm a CIT, and after 10 years you could say 3BC has got me hooked. 'Cause I've been here for 10 whole years, and I'd come back for 10 more, just to live the journey of 1,000 smiles with my girls in 04. In 2008, I was in 01. 2 of my counselors are still here. Then came 01, 02, G1, G2, T2, T2, T4, and PIO and CIT year. With lots of water parks, run fairs, and brewers games, every summer is a blast. I love Beaver Camp, it's my home away from home, and I want to make every moment last. 'Cause I've been here for 10 whole years, and I'd come back for 10 more, just to live the journey of 1,000 smiles as a CI trailblazer.
Biegen, and this is my 10th summer at camp. I started in 2008 when I was 7 years old, then 2009 and 2010. Starting in 2011, I just started going 8 weeks. This is the first letter I wrote home. Dear Mom and Dad, wow, I met this girl named Julia. She's so nice. Me and her are going to do a dance in the talent show together. I love this place so much. Thank you for letting me come 8 weeks. Love, Izzy. My favorite thing about this place is that after knowing people for such a short time, we're able to make lifelong friendships. Beaver Camp is my home. Thank you to everyone who was in my 01, 02, 04, G1, G1, G2, G4, T2, 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 T4, T5, PIO and CIT, and also my lovely 03 Ladybugs. Thank you, Beaver Camp, for an incredible 10 summer/17 session.
Hi, I'm Erica Gross, and all session I told myself I was going to write the speech early. Oops, I waited until this afternoon to write this. Anyway, from the first day of camp I fell in love with it. I went from 01 to 02 to 04 to G1 to G4 to T2 to T2 to T4 to PIO to CIT, and now back to G4, and every year I grew to love it more. For me, camp is the place I look forward to all year long. I'm going to keep this short, but I want to tell everyone to cherish every moment here. 10 years goes by in the blink of an eye, but the friendships and memories last a lifetime.
Over the past 10 years, camp has changed and grown, and I would like to think that I have grown along with it. 2008, I was in 01 and having tons of fun. After rookies left, there were 4 of us. With Izzy, Biegen, Mackie Davis, and Erica Gross, we won Dairy Queen and loved to boast. 2009, 03 was super fine. Screens were still allowed, and with my iPod Touch, I was proud. I spent all day in arts and crafts, and I wish the summer didn't pass. 2010, some things had changed by then. In 05, Gaga was my new way of life. Singing in the talent show never caused me any strife. 2011, I was in 7th heaven. TC became cashier, so I jumped to be a G4 square. The OG Fine Arts trip really was super lit. 2012, my mixed cabin of T2, we played Mao through and through. With Juicy, Alex, and Sami, Okies Down was really crammy. I got my 5-year jacket and haven't turned back yet. 2013, we lost our screens by then, but from then on, everything became way more fun. I spent the summer getting burnt in the sun, but I didn't have time to notice. Learning how to slalom was my focus. 2014, we were the last of senior remote camper captains, and we went out with a bang. But after 2 weeks, I hit my head, and it really rang. I went home early and missed some of the fun, but I was sent my senior shirt when the 4 weeks were done. 2015, 44 Pios learned to make circles for 4 weeks. We met Perlman and the Pi Odyssey journey to Israel for a trip that was on fleek. A trip of a lifetime. I was promised and delivered. With my new family surrounding me, my spirits were never hindered. 2016, CIT Girls in Gables Down. I loved getting to shadow cabins all around. But last summer, nothing could beat the 4 weeks I spent with Ali Sussman and my girls of G3. Chef Jeff brought us good food, and this summer was the best. Until 2017, when I finally became staff. I lived my days in arts and crafts with some of my best friends. Second session couldn't have been better. My girls in O2 Infinity and beyond make me happy every day. And my lovely co's in perfect CITs. We spend all night trying to laugh and play. I have to thank my squad of friends that have become my family. Lily Marcus, Zoe Farkas, Devin Pye, Zach Motlowitz, Alyssa Hoy, Alec Biegen, Alex Levine, and Izzy Geller. Beaver Camp, the time has flown by. This place has helped me grow into a person I am proud to be. It's time for my 10-year blanket, and I don't know what's coming for the future, but I can't wait to take my blanket with to sea.
10-year blanket? It's been missing for about a week and a half now. Please, if you know where it is, can I have it? So, hello, my name is Alec Biegen. 10 years ago, almost to the night, I remember sitting in the front row next to 3 people who would end up becoming not only my best friends, but also my brothers. All of them are sitting here next to me on this stage. Jack Gewurz, Hunter Borowick, and Alex Levine. Thank you guys for making these 10 years that I will never forget. I want you guys in K1 and K2 to look on the stage. The girls can look too. But we are the perfect example of what this place does. No place on earth will make you feel this way, and nobody in the world will become your family faster than in this place. There is no community that cares about you more than the people in this room. You guys in the course sitting in the front rows don't realize what you have in front of you. I would give anything in the entire world to be in McCourt and have 10 more years. I have had countless friends who did not come back for jobs, internships, to spend a summer at home. But they all made a mistake. You only have so many years here, and that you should take full advantage of. Thank you to my CI Time Warp and Pi Odyssey, to my sister for sticking with me for these 10 years. And I'd like to give a special thanks to the McCrew of 2017. Jake, Ross, Eddie, Adam, Jacob, James, Kobe, Wyatt, Sam, Kyle, Tom, Devin, and Ethan. You guys have made this summer the best summer ever. While we never get to have that sleepover during staff week, there are so many memories, from Wyatt's shorts on the roof to the mud dance I'll never forget. The one-armed person falling out of the tree, or the maggot on James's leg. You guys have given me the best summer of my life. Whenever I hear All Night or the story of my life, I'll be thinking of you guys. Thank you, Beaver Camp, for the greatest 10 years of my life. I challenge all of you to give this speech. Come back year after year, so one day you'll be looking at your campers from this stage. I love you all. Good night.
Hi everyone, my name is Brandon Emalfarb. It's my 10th year. Just going to give some thank yous for making these past 10 years so amazing. So first and foremost, thank you to my wonderful CITs and amazing coaches, Haley, David, Emily, and Paige. You guys have just all made this summer so incredible for me, and one that I will never forget. Thank you for everything this summer, and I love you all so much. Thank you to all of the friends that I've made at camp. It's amazing that I met some of my best friends here, and I wouldn't be here without all of you guys. Thank you to my past counselors, my current and past supervisors, and past co's and campers. You all have given me so many incredible memories, and I've learned so much from you all. Thank you to the entire yacht family that is currently at camp, and also some family members that are not at camp anymore. They're such a unique and goofy group of people, and I've learned so much from all of you. Last but not least, thank you to someone who has been a boss, mentor, and friend, Debbie Morris. You've been such an inspiration as you've made camp such an inclusive and accepting community. I'm constantly learning from you, and Beaver would definitely not be the same without you. Thank you for all that you do here in Beaver. Thank you.
To the little girl who was sitting at the bottom of the steps to highbrows surrounded by counselors. Your mom didn't forget you, she just got lost on her way to pick you up. You just had the best summer at camp and can't wait for the years to come. To the slightly older girl who was placed in a cabin with no one she knew, don't worry. These girls are super nice and you will make friendships that last a lifetime. To the girl who was placed in a mixed cabin remote, it's fine. You really like your new friends who are a year younger, plus you have the best CIT ever. Thanks, Maya. To the pilot girl who had stuff going on at home, you had your favorite summer yet, and everything turned out okay. To the girl on staff, your kids love you, and you love all of your kids. This place didn't change who you are, this place made you who you are. Some of my favorite flashbacks include Brandon McCauley at James Culligan's, the Arts and Crafts Field, the old health center, the old shower house, TC, the old aqua park, and the Okies porch. Thanks to all my counselors and CITs, leadership and admin for making me want to come back every year. Thanks to 03, 05, G1, T1, T2, T5, Pokemon, and CI Tourists for making these years great. And thank you to my parents for allowing me to come back year after year. Shoutouts to Alex for following me to camp 9 years ago, any camper I ever had, any co I ever had, the G2 Garden, the Yad Fam, and A5.
Hi, my name is Sarah Wasserman, and this is my 10-year speech. I wrote a poem. 2007 is when it all began. 2-week rookie was the plan. O2 and wigwams with Leah Crandall. I'm sure our cabin was a lot to handle. After 2 weeks, I called my mom from Stefan's desk and made a deal to stay the rest. 2008 was my second year. Flying alone was my biggest fear. We always giggled, sang, and screamed. Two of our counselors stole us 2 tubs of ice cream. 2009 gave me a lot to learn. We went to an indoor water park and I had a 2nd-degree sunburn. My whole cabin had lice on banquet and I'm not sure how we ever made it. With Danielle Goodman and Mimi Young, they always made sure G1 got along. 2010 brought us to G3, don't bite my apple, don't shake my tree. In with Kesher and out with TC, where Guanago was the only place I wanted to be. 2011 in Crow's Nest up north, middle remote met time on the basketball courts. T3 spuds with Hallie, Alicia, Sarah, and Erica Newman. Rachel Zussman brought a Swiffer broom in. 2012, our senior year, from far and wide you could hear our cheer. Raised McGuanago was what our shirt said. We tried to take photos with the moon on our head. Fallon said, in the dark, and we went to Madison for the last time. Our senior summer was truly our prime. 2013, and Pio was the next adventure, with Jenna, Molly, Nelson, and Becker. Piocean was our unofficial name, debriefing in circles was our game. We checked in and out and said no you. We also took a 20-minute trip to the zoo. 2015 brings my return. First year on staff gave me a lot to learn. Paintball days off and endless memories, associate staff was a necessity. 2016 I moved to remote. T1 in a million helped me rock the boat. Leo and I taught kickboxing hobbies. I needed a constant supply of coffee. Ceiling kicking and 2 wasp stings. There was so much that this summer did bring. 2017, and it's year 10. I wish I could do it all over again. Catcher head counselor is my task, and grading your cabins was a blast. So thank you, Beaver, for the past 10 years. Because of you, I have no fear. Friendships one may never die. I'm never going to say goodbye. It's year 10, and I didn't think I'd make it. So Becky, thank you for my blanket.
All right, Al. And this is our 10-year speech. T-Rexes had short, stubby arms, just like my dog. Every time we touch, I get this feeling.
Nectarines are just small, sad oranges.
Exclamation point, which is what I would use to end a sentence like, let's go Tom.
I'd like to thank the gentlemen of A4 Doors, along with Ben Workman, Jack Bender, and Ben Square. My coach from last session, B2, great time. Sam Levine, aka the Live Music Source, Brett Tobin, Andrew Tobin, anyone who's had to live with me over the years, David Zeal, the K1 crew who stuck with me all these years, Hunter, Alec, and Jack. You guys are incredible. It's been a great 10 years.
Special thanks to every single one of my campers I've ever had, so that's A1, A1, and A1. Leo, Steve, Tom, Max, and Marcus for being the best co's imaginable this summer. All my friends who kept coming back. Shout out to Justin Bass and Charles Besson, my boys from Riverville. The Pi Odyssey, CI Time Warp, all of my counselors I've ever had, and my little sister Elena.
So I think it's pretty obvious how special this community is, and right when I walked in 2008, I was 7 years old. I immediately felt at home, and I think it's crazy that already the only remaining people from that original K1 cabin are me, Hunter, Alec, and my first bunkmate Al, and he was on top, and now our 10-year plaques are one on top of the other. So, basically, how have I and how should you make the most of the short time we have here? And I think it's pretty simple. Just make a conscious choice to love this place and everyone in it, just love it. And don't take any of it for granted. Take everything you learn here, it could be a value or anything you know about yourself or a new skill, and apply it for the 10 or 11 months you have at home and the rest of your life. And that way you can make the conscious choice to make camp develop you into the person you are, and I think those closest to me would agree that I have, to the best of my ability, done that in the last 10 years. And at the end of my 52nd week at camp, I can say that I have only this community to thank for my becoming who I am. So thank you.
It's hard to put into words what Beaver Camp means to me, and it's even harder to think that this may be my last time here, at least for a while. Beaver Camp is the place where I grew up. It's where I became the more confident person that I am today, and where I met some of my best friends, some of which I've been lucky enough to live with in college. Beaver Camp is a truly special place. Cherish it while you still have the opportunity to come here year after year, and keep coming back as long as possible. People will come and go, and some of your best friends will stop coming back, and that's okay. Part of coming back for so long is about meeting new people and making new friends. Friends who you truly don't know what you'd do without, and people who helped you make it through the summer. I'm standing here 15 years after starting as an 8-year-old camper in 01, and after my 5th year on staff. I've come back so many years as a counselor because I realized the impact I can have on so many campers' lives, and how Beaver Camp has helped me grow as a person, both at camp and in the real world. Working at Beaver has taught me so much, and I have gained so much confidence, life skills, and work experience. My supervisors, friends, co's, and campers have taught me so many life lessons, and has given me the encouragement to keep coming back, because experiences at camp outweigh anything else I could be doing anywhere else. Looking around the room, I see past bunkmates, past co's, and past campers. I want to take a minute to recognize those who have shaped my years at Beaver Camp. So, I'm going to read a few statements, and stand up and please stay standing if you are in my cabin. I was your CIT. You were my co. I was your counselor. I was your head counselor. We've ever lived together. I was your supervisor. You were my supervisor. We were on leadership together. I was your division leader. Thank you all for an amazing 15 years. I truly mean it when I say I would not be the person I am today without Beaver Camp. I hope I've made an impact on all of your lives. You've definitely had an impact on mine. Thank you.
I'm 41 years old, and Beaver's been my home for that long, and I really hope it is all of yours too. And We started the remote is on fire
We
chair.
did. We started it.
So that's how old that chair is. So when they say it's old, it's really old.
Yeah.
So anyway, I hope you all come back when you're real adults and still enjoy your summers.
For my slideshow, I had to change a few photos from last session. I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you. To those of you that have been on a 3-day trip with me, have taken the core instructional swim, have worked like as one of my either staff at the pool or a staff member on my 3-day trip. I can't thank you enough. To those of you whose kids I look after now, keep creating beautiful babies. I'll be here to look after them, it's fine. I couldn't imagine having spent my 15th summer without any of you guys being here.